So I know it's been a while since I've had a battle video up. In fact, there's been many days that I've missed putting up a video on YouTube. But I'm going to be trying to get back into a normal schedule, trying to get up daily videos, and trying to get some consistent content. But what I mean by that is having certain days where you can expect what kind of video is going to go up, so you know if you want to stay tuned. And I think that's going to help get some of the viewers more focused, helps you if that's going to motivate people to really keep up with the channel, and that way I'll know what to focus on for the future. So this deck is a Groudon deck, and we don't have very many decks built with the Primal Clash cards. But Groudon has been one that have been playing around with. Now, what makes Groudon good is its ancient trait that prevents any trainer cards from affecting it. So that means you can't Lysander it up, you can't Catcher it up, you can't Laser it. What is not very good about Groudon, and many people ask me about this, especially in comments, and I really didn't have many hopes for it at all in the very beginning, is its big attack, and I'm talking about the Primal Groudon when it Mega Evolves, takes 4 energy, 3 of them being fighting. There really isn't much acceleration for fighting Pokemon out there. Now there's Baby Landorus, but they have to be in your discard, and it's only 1 energy per turn. I really wasn't thinking of any other energy acceleration other than Baby Landorus until my boyfriend came up with this. Now, Victini is an EX, so you're going to lose 2 prizes, but it's also attaching 2 energy cards for its turn, and they don't have to be in the discard. So technically the prize count does still even out. To get 2 energy on a Groudon, you're going to have to use that Baby Landorus twice, and if you get 1 knocked out each turn, that's 2 prizes. Victini does the same. It just does it faster. It accelerates energy faster, but then it gets knocked out faster. So there's pros and cons of both. Baby Landorus is doing a little better. Well, I don't know what I'm saying, a little better, much better. I think all the versions that have been topping it, did top at Florida Regionals, were playing Baby Landorus. But then again, I don't know if anyone was honestly playing with Victini. And so I just kind of wanted to show this deck in action and show that it can kind of stand up to them. I'm not saying this is even a tier 1 or even tier 2 deck, because there are some flaws. One being the Victini EX being so weak, the Groudon being weak to grass, so Virizion Genesect is going to really run through it. Seismitoad really hurts this deck. Not only is it easily knocking out your Victinis, but the trainer lock hurts, and that's why there is a 2/2 line of Leafeon in this deck. And I haven't really been doing much commentating on the actual video. I get a really, or a fairly slow start. I end up just careening, to get the Primal Groudon, but I do have Spirit Link, do get the energy. I wish I could Turbo Energize right now, but I just didn't quite have the options in my hand to get both the Switch and the energy. So it looks like right now I'm planning on just waiting until next turn. And I don't really see him doing much on his side either. We see 2 Hawlucha, no energy on the field. I see Hawlucha, I don't know if this is Donphan or Landorus yet. I actually haven't played this deck against Donphan, and I'm very actually happy to see that it's actually Landorus Crobat. A deck that is honestly one of my favorites in the format right now. I love that it snipes all over the place, so you don't have to focus on Lysander. Also excited for this matchup just because I know this is going to be a good match. Assuming I can draw fairly well, I'm hoping to be able to keep up with this deck. Now, what does really slow me down, other than, well, I didn't have the ideal start that I would really like, but one of my Primal Groudons is prized, and that is going to slow me down a little bit, but I don't think it actually ends up affecting the game. It's just opportunities where I would love to have gotten out the Primal Groudon again to put a little less pressure on myself. I didn't have it. So you do run Victory Piece in this deck, just to make sure that you're attaching as much energy to the Groudon rather than, well, I was trying to say the baby Landorus. Another downside of baby Landorus is that it does require the energy to attack. You can't get around that. At least I don't think it's a colorless. Yeah, no, it's oh, never mind. I was thinking about something else. Anyways, so another downside, you have to attach energy to it, whereas Victini, and while you're not always going to have the V-piece in hand, does have a way to be able to start attacking with no energy. And what's great is if you run across any fire deck, and I don't know what I was saying earlier about part of the weakness of, well, part of the weakness of Groudon is the grass weakness, so Virizion Genesect is really going to hurt it. But that's why Victini EX is around. Although when we've actually tested out that matchup, Virizion really does still have a little bit more of the advantage just because of Victini's low HP. Now, if you can get this Victini with the V-piece on him really fast, really early, and in a lot of the testing sessions, I actually did prize V-piece, I think, in multiple games. So that does have an effect on it, but Virizion Genesect is not an auto win for this deck. And see, right here is when I would have wanted that Primal Groudon, but unfortunately it is prize. So right now we are just going to take the switch. We now have the energy we need on that Primal Groudon. The stadium's already in play, and we're going to just do, what was it, 220? Since we're discarding the stadium, that does an extra 100, and since we had the strong energy, that's another 20. 40 more than we need, but now we put him in a bit of a tough spot. Now I don't have the stadium in play, so I'm not automatically doing that 100 extra damage, but my hand is looking pretty good, and I think that fighting stadium was his, so I played one, I think, Scorched Earth, so he knows that I'm going to have many, many more stadiums left in the deck. So he does make the smart choice of ending me right now, hoping that I don't hit that stadium, which I did not. And, but he honestly ends me into a fantastic hand. I'll be attaching that strong energy, Ultra Balling, whatever I probably draw into with the Groudon Spirit Link for probably just another Victini or something, and then ending, really just Ultra Balling to thin the deck out, and then ending hoping that I hit that stadium. Although, what am I... Oh, well, right now, it does not matter. Gaia Volcano is going to be knocking that Hawlucha out regardless. Now, and this is where you see the power of the deck. He's got a couple Golbats down and was able to snipe that Victini from the bench, taking his first two prizes. Now, he plays the stadium... more just to get more damage on me. Primal Groudon's already at 160, he's only got 140, and that's just going to make it easier for him to knock out this next turn. But I'm really not in a position where I can switch. Leafeon, his attack is based on energy attached to the opponent, so it's unfortunate, but he's really not going to be much of any use in this match. I'm Ultra Balling, and I'm trying to decide if I want another Victini around, because I'm a little afraid of those Golbats on the bench. They become Crobats, that's 60 damage right there. Landorus is gonna you know, well, essentially two snipes from Landorus, and that's gonna be it. So I decided to Ultra Ball for nothing. Not sure even now if that's the best decision, or was the best decision. But yeah, we'll see. So I got a Volcano, knocking out his stadium, and knocking out another Hawlucha. And we'll just see what he decides to do. He still needs to do, let's see, what I said, was it 160, 80 damage to me. So he has to get, like, various combination of Crobats, a Landorus, or strong energy on the Landorus, and a fighting stadium in play. There's lots of different ways he can do this. Let's just see if he has the card. So we see a strong energy go into Hawlucha. Oh, I completely forgot about Hawlucha, and the strong energy combo. So, or he could just do it that way, and takes out that Primal Groudon, which puts me in a bit of predicament, because like I said, the other Primal Groudon is in the prizes. Now, regular Groudon second attack is still pretty good. Does 130, I believe. I can't tell if that's a 120 or a 130 from here. But I don't have the necessary energy for it right now, and that's why I'm kind of debating, should I throw up the Leafeon to be sure that he doesn't take out his last two prizes. But I don't think he can take out this Groudon in one. Well, I think he can, actually. Two Crobats would be 60. A Golbat would be 80. Landorus Snipe of the base would be 110. 130 with the strong energy. Was 150 with the fighting stadium. Okay, so okay, he can't knock out this primal or this regular Groudon unless there's something. Banned. He probably doesn't run laser, so even if he had a band on him, it still wouldn't. Oh, I keep on forgetting that, the Hawlucha. Yeah, the right combination of Crobats, Golbat, Fighting Stadium, Muscle Band, or another strong energy onto that Hawlucha will knock out this Groudon. And I was really hoping then to hit a trump card to be able to use on my next turn to get that Primal Groudon back, but I did get the energy, so at least I'm going to be able to take out this regular Groudon. And I still have my energy in hand, so for Scorched Earth, and I was really hoping the Primal Groudon would have been on one of those prizes. But it wasn't. Trump card is still in my deck. Hopefully I can Scorched Earth maybe next turn to draw into it. And then I still have plenty of supporters in my hand, but that's assuming Primal or the regular Groudon survives 2 hits. And I'm still going to have to hit a switch to probably get it out of the active. And here we go. Now, yeah, so I'm pretty much looking at this like I really don't think I'm going to be able to win. I'm pretty sure he can two-shot me, and unless he promotes the Landorus, I really don't have anything. And here's the dreaded end to 2. But he only hits me for 60. So it's going to be a really tight one. I'm easily taking the knockout on the Hawlucha. They're both going to be Junipered away, so I might as well attach to the Leafeon. It's not going to do that much damage, but, maybe if I can take out the Hawlucha, maybe not die next turn. Yeah, see, I don't really know if there's this really, assuming he has 2 decent cards in his hand. I now have the trump card, but yeah, he's in really good shape to take the win on this turn. So there's the Primal Groudon. So if he doesn't end me, I have the game next turn. But he already has 90 on me. He only needs to do 90. A Golbat, a Crobat would be 50. The Landorus would be 80. A Muscle Band, Strong Energy, Fighting Stadium would do it. Or another Hawlucha with just a regular energy would do it. I think he's got a really good chance. So he Scorched Earths. He's trying to Super Scoop Up. He Super Scoop Ups. So there's that Golbat back in his hand. So we're going to see the 50 on him. There's the 20. There's the 30 for the Crobat. Landorus is hitting me for 30. And that's... Oh, I'm sorry. He hasn't hit me yet with Landorus. He hits a Fighting Stadium or a Muscle Band, but on an N of 2. Oh, he didn't have another supporter, so... But he ends me, and I top the Juniper. Really didn't think that there was going to be any way to get out of this game. He had so many outs, but he just didn't hit it. And, well, on N to 2. Yeah, I had the better N. I top decked the Juniper. He didn't. Fantastic game. He really, I think, should have won that. But this really just does show you how good both decks are. And, Groudon Victini, it's not that bad. Like I said, I definitely think it's a top tier deck, maybe just not at the very top. But hope you guys enjoyed, and like I said, hoping to get things on more of a schedule in the near future, so definitely stay tuned.